everybody. So I guess you can tell by the avatar what kind of mood I'm in this morning. So why am I in this mood? Why did I change my avatar to the angry rose? Well, it's because I woke up this morning and I checked Twitter and I saw a community post that Foodie made that ended up on Reddit where she said that she plans on getting Sam back. And for those who are perhaps new to my channel, and you might be asking, well, who is Sam? Sam is a cat that Chantal owned. She owned two cats. She had BBJ, the elderly female cat, and she had Sam, the younger male cat. And anyone who's been following my content, you all know that Foodie Beauty is a highly, highly neglectful pet owner. She had Sam and BBJ for years, but the last few years that she had those cats, she was an absolutely horrible, neglectful, spiteful pet owner, devoid of any feeling or compassion or empathy towards her pets. Just her behavior with her cats was absolutely disgusting. She had her cats living in filthy, disgusting, deplorable conditions, cat boxes that didn't get changed for months. BBJ was deprived of medical care for well over a year. So little food in the house, and the cats were fighting over food. There was fruit flies and mold and just all kinds of nastiness going on in that house. And I think I can speak for us all when I say that all of us breathed a big sigh of relief when Sam went to a new owner and BBJ, well, we all know where she ended up with the family of French Fry Girl. All of us were happy when we heard that both cats were in better places and with better people. Chantal went to Kuwait and she could not exploit her pets anymore for views and for attention. She lost that right when she gave them both up. And she will never, ever be able to exploit BBJ again. Thank God. But I guess the views and attention in Kuwait aren't what she wants because she made a post saying that she's planning to get Sam back. And that is why you're tuning in to this video and you're seeing the angry rose. Now, I've been reacting to Chantal for a long time, and I noticed a long time ago that our dear Chantal, she likes to provoke people. She likes to trigger negative emotion because for Foodie, negative emotion translates to dollar bills. Where most of us who have YouTube channels and we do live chats, we entertain people to the point where they sometimes send super chats and super stickers and sign up for memberships. Foodie went in the complete opposite direction. Instead of provoking happiness and joy and a sense of being entertained to make money, she likes to poke at people, to make them hate her, to cause them to feel a certain kind of way. And that's how she made her money. So the angrier that she made people, the more super chats and super stickers she would receive. But since she doesn't have her pets anymore, she can't use them as emotional blackmail to get people to tune in and see what's going on with them and make sure that they're okay. And a lot of people stuck around on her channel just to make sure the cats were fine. Well, they're out of the picture, so that's off the table. Can't exploit them anymore. So since BBJ and Sam are not there, this post that she made, I feel, if she is straight up trolling, she's still trying to trigger people to hate her and to send hate super chats. She's still trying to trigger those negative emotions for profit's sake. Now, let's look at the other door. Door number 2, where she might be telling the truth and she might try to get Sam back. Chantal, you don't need your pets back. You don't need to be around animals, period. As a matter of fact, you don't need to be around people. I've noticed that anything living, anything with a heartbeat that you get within 5 feet of is negatively affected by you. There's not a single living thing that you could name or bring forward that could say they were made better by knowing you, by being around you. Everything living with a heartbeat, whether it's pets or people, they look exhausted. They look tired. They look unhappy. You are a virtual living black hole that you suck in all the light and the energy of anything around you, and you give nothing back. So, for you to want something alive near you, it's because you want to suck the life out of it and you want to exploit it for views and for money. This isn't about, I miss my cats. No, you want attention. You want people to pay attention to you. You want to make money off of something other than yourself because let's be honest. Let's be real honest. People giving you attention, that's going away. Your content is boring. It's stale. It's lacking in originality. And you're desperate to find something, anything to make people tune into you. So desperate that even though your former pets are in better places with better people where you should leave well enough alone, even from afar, you're trying to exploit their names and their presence in your life for views. It's absolutely disgusting and disturbing. So, yeah, we're going to get a bit spicy today, and I don't care because it's ridiculous. This woman is ridiculous to me. That even though she's got a channel and she could do anything she wants, what is she doing with her content? She's exploiting her own bad health. She's exploiting graveyards and people buried in graveyards. She's exploiting starving cats on the street. That's what we're doing, Chantal. That's what your content is. In your words, it's pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. And it's sick. It's sick. Those that are your viewers, even people on the reaction side, you took us on a wild ride for well over a year. You know, we had to watch the cats in that filthy, disgusting home. We had to hear about how the cat boxes weren't changed for months. People practically begging you to take BBJ to the vet because we saw her getting thinner and thinner and sicker. People even sent you money to take her to the vet. And you couldn't be bothered because you were too busy stuffing your face and running off to see Natter. You put your pets through hell, absolute hell. And you didn't care because you were all about your self gratification, and you still are. The person that you are in Kuwait is the same person that was in Canada. You're just wearing different clothing. You haven't become healthier over in Kuwait. You become much more unhealthy. And you want to talk about, I want Sam back? Why? You're supposed to be traveling. You don't even know where you're going. You couldn't even offer your pet a stable home. You don't know where you're going to end up. And you can't be bothered to even look after a hamster. So why uproot Sam from where he's at to be to a place far away and be in a little box with you? You're miserable in that little box. Can you imagine what Sam's going to have to go through? Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Leave both your cats alone. Stop talking about them. Stop trying to exploit the fact that they were once your pets for views. It's disgusting. So, sorry about that. Had to get that off my chest. What are we doing today? We're going to cover the post where she talks about wanting Sam and also about her sock accounts that she's been using to essentially excessively talk to herself. Chantal likes to say, I'm busy with so much content. Y'all are going to see she's not busy with content. She's busy on YouTube making sock accounts and essentially talking to herself and praising herself. And that's pathetic, Chantal. Really pathetic, my opinion. So let's just go ahead and bring up Twitter. And we'll bring up the community posts. Okay. Alrighty then. Let's start with a palate cleanser because I had a moment of anger. Let's start with a palate cleanser from No Cats, No Life. Kitty's like, no, my bag of treats. You're not taking it away from me. Quit it. My bag of treats. Mine. Okay, this is from Milky Chai saying, oh, great. Another pet in the windowless, shisha, smoke-filled, hot coals on the carpet, locked in the cupboard. This is courtesy of Where's Your Man from Reddit. So here's the post that Chantal made saying, I want to share this with my beezers because I am just so happy right now. The person caring for Sam will need to relocate in the future and offered to foster him until I can bring him here to Kuwait. I know many don't think I can care for him, but I have for years and he was happy with me. I will do better, even much more so with him, and never take his love for granted again. I miss him so much. I need him in my life. I miss BBJ also, but unfortunately, I made some bad choices with her, and I have to live with that. Salah and I will pay for his passport and microchip and all vet requirements for transport. I may go to Canada to get him, but I am in touch with a pet transport service to see which option is best. The big beezer is coming home with me to Kuwait. We will see about getting a bigger place, inshallah, as well. But Chantal, Kuwait is not your home per se. You're there on a tourist visa, and soon you're going to have to leave. So, how is it that you're planning to give him a home somewhere if that's not even your home? You're just visiting. You are not a permanent resident. And animals, pets, they need stability. You know, pets get very stressed out when there's no stability, when you're bouncing them around from place to place. My personal opinion, I don't think for real that you are going to get Sam because you don't even know where you're going to end up. And honestly, what could you offer any pet? You already have Howie the hamster. I can't imagine how it would be a good idea to have a hamster and a cat in a very tiny apartment. Sam's going to make very quick work of making the hamster into a snack if he gets a hold of him. But you're supposed to be traveling. Your visa is almost up. So, two people traveling together, as stressful as it is, but trying to also travel with a pet, even more so. I think you're trolling. I think you are just looking for anything and everything to get people talking, to trigger people, to talk about you, to make videos about you, because you know that might lead to an uptick in views and subs to your channel. You're still trying to exploit things from your past to make money. You're bringing back the mukbangs, you're bringing back the feeder content. And since Sam and BBJ were once part of your past and connected to you, you're still trying to put anchors on them and talk about them, exploit them in some way. And it's just gross. It's just gross. They're both in better places. Leave them alone. Don't talk about them. Don't mention them. Everybody knows they're both doing great. Sam's in a better place. BBJ's in a great place. She's got a Gucci collar. She's going to get a Catio. She's well taken care of. She's looking better than I've ever seen her. Leave them alone. Stop trying to trigger people and get people upset. That's been your content for years, getting people upset, getting people concerned for you, for your pets. And it's worn everybody out. You've exhausted your audience. For years, you went and you wouldn't let anybody just take a breath and relax. For you, triggering people relates to views, but everybody's got to a point with you where they're just tired. They're tired of your tactics. They're tired of your nonsense, and they're really tired of your content. If you want views, you got to get off your big lazy butt and actually do something worth watching. But trying to emotionally trigger people to get stressed out and concerned, this is not the way to go. This is not how you make great content, Chantal. Nope. Completely incorrect. Okay? This is from Shenanigans. So we're going to go over this in this video as well. Chantal's latest community post, the original and the edited version. She's not bothered at all, y'all. So Chantal's been on one. She's on a bit of a tear, making an issue about her weight. So here was the original post, saying, here's another, not ashamed of my fat body whatsoever. And then she edited it to say, here's another, not ashamed of my fat body whatsoever. Does confidence make you mad? Good. So I'm picking up a pattern, y'all. She is really trying to poke at people. Like she's almost like trying to pick a fight with somebody. Trying to trigger people talking about Sam, trying to trigger people with this arrogant attitude, just poke, 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 poke. Chantal, you can be whatever size you want. Your health or your lack of health is your business. Where people get triggered is you get on YouTube and you know you've got a problem with food. You know, you're not stupid. You know you should seek help for it, but you're not interested. You're too busy profiting off of your hurt. That is how you make money. You want to be 600 pounds, you want to be 800 pounds. Can anybody stop you from being that weight? No. Your health or lack of health is your concern. But where a lot of people get aggravated with you is where there are some people that they are super morbidly obese, and it could be because of medical reasons. It could be due to injury or because they can't get out of bed and they can't move around. You have a choice. You can choose to take care of your health. You have the money. You have the resources. You have the time. You could go get therapy, and you don't. You make the choice every day to stay unhealthy. And those of us that watch you, we see you becoming more and more unhealthy. And even if you use a bazillion filters, even those filters can only do so much to hide what's going on. Even with the help of those filters, we can see the changes happening in you. That your abayas are basically skin tight now and you're wearing the biggest size there is. We can see how big your face is getting, how big your hands are getting. When you're walking around, we can hear the labored breathing, which is not good for you. So you describe yourself as fat, and I'm not being a hater here, but there are different levels of obesity. You are not fat. You are super, super morbidly obese. You're right at that tipping point where you could become bedbound very, very quickly. And if you become bedbound, Salah is not a nurse. He doesn't have the medical training to take care of you in bed. And if you become bedbound, that would open up the door to skin infections, all kinds of infections, bed sores. He doesn't know what he needs to know to take care of you that way. And even if he did, I don't think he's going to want to take care of you that way. Like, I don't know why you're so bent on becoming bedbound, but it just seems like you are. Like you could care about your health, but you don't. But here you are being arrogant about this picture. And yet, the funny thing is that you claim to be confident about your weight, and yet you won't come on camera without your Samsung filters. And I can understand using, say, a skin smoothing filter. A lot of people do that, but you also use filters that trim you down a bit. So, how confident are you if you're using a filters turned up to max level, trying to shave off 20, 30, 40 pounds? Doesn't sound like confidence to me, Chantal. Sounds like somebody who knows they have a problem, and rather than deal with the problem properly, they're trying to hide from it and convince themselves there is no problem. This is from your Agistication saying, I don't even understand this insult. Isn't there a religion that believes in rebirth where they've done everything right and learned all of their lessons they brought back as a rock or a stone? Her insults are so juvenile that I need them explained sometimes. And this is courtesy of Failure to Lunge. Now, okay. Look at this name, y'all. This is one of Chantal's socks. This is one of her sock accounts. That's why I titled the video like sock accounts. This is one of her big sock accounts. Oh, and by the way, the picture that she's using is a stock photo that she paid for. We'll get into that in a minute. I found that out on Twitter. She's not even using her own picture. She paid for a stock picture. Oh my goodness, the fakeness of it all. And here she is again with her sock account, just another halal doll. Oh, trust me, guys, it gets better. Just hang in there. It gets better. Florida Salt and Sad says her comment section. This one gets was to her newest video saying, Cowboy Chia says, it's not illegal in Kuwait to chew your food. You know that, right? Pia Chia says, locked up and forced to perform mukbangs to make $1. OMG, I know it's not dollars. You're really winning lives, Chantal. Nick Gal says, do a tutorial on how you unhinge your jaw so effortlessly. I know, right? I mean, she can unhinge her jaw like a snake. It's frightening and fascinating all at the same time. Like, how does she do that? Boom! This is from Off Red. Chantal, you actually paid for this stock photo. How desperate. Where's your friends? So here's a stock photo. This is the photo that she's using. Exposed. Exposed. Girl, that's a stock photo. That's a stock photo. Look, here it is up in the corner. Her stock account, and she paid for a stock photo. So you're going on like the sites and paying for stock photos, Chantal? Busted. Judge Judy says, Foodie Beauty, girl, you need help using them stock accounts now to talk about to yourself. Weird ain't even the word. And we know you trolling about Sam. You can't afford all the fees to take him to Kuwait. You live in a storage unit and vlog busted down places because you're broke. Yeah, like, listen, I seriously doubt she's going to get Sam. But even if she's trolling, I don't like how she's negatively triggering people. She did that for so long when she was in Canada. Like that's how she makes money. Just triggering people, just poking at people, making people feel a certain kind of way. It's not right, Chantal. The moment that Sam and BBJ got their new homes, we were all relieved. We could all relax that they were in better places. We were all relaxed. We all just took a breather. Now you're trying to re-trigger people to be worried that you might actually get sick. You're doing it trying to get an uptick in views, to get upticks on your subs. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. Leave the cats alone. You didn't give a crap about them when you had them. They lived in filthy conditions. They weren't fed. Their litter boxes weren't changed. Leave them alone. Leave their names out of your mouth. Okay? It's bad enough that you got a hamster specifically to exploit the hamster for views. Leave the cats alone. Miss Mary Cab MC says, laziest sack of crap on earth potentially is going to follow through with a complicated and expensive process. I just had a thought. Like, getting a pet ready to travel, it takes a while. And I don't think Chantal has long left in Kuwait. Like, she's got to go travel somewhere. So I really do think this is a troll. Like, to get the cat going to the vet and get their shots and microchipped and all that, that takes time. Does she have enough time to actually get a hold of Sam? Probably not. But just the mere thought of her doing this just to trigger people is really ticking me off. D. Angry Scott says, if you needed any more evidence that Foodie Beauty is calling for and wanting hate money, here it is. Foodie is confident about the fact she blanked her body to the point she has reduced mobility. Love that for you, girl. Have another trowel of noodles. Get that sodium up. Yeah, so she's busy in Kuwait hurting herself, not taking care of herself. She flip flopped with, I'm going to do health vlogs. I'm going to the gym. Everybody got behind that content. Everybody wants her to get healthy. Problem is, Chantal doesn't want to get healthy. It's a real shame that there are more people that care about Chantal than Chantal does. She's got a whole lot of people that support her and they want her to get healthy. But she's not interested. And you know what, guys? You could have a million people around you saying, we're behind you, we believe in you, and go girl. But the person who it concerns, if they don't care, then none of that matters. She doesn't care about her health. That's obvious. She's in Kuwait. She's eating fast food every day. She's loading up on the carbs, which she does not need. So her lack of health is entirely under her control. And she is so not interested in controlling herself. Not at all. Oh, here we go. Oh, Chantal, you talked about confidence at your weight, but look at this. Look at this TikTok you did. Oh, the filters. Y'all, look at the filters. What do we got going on here? We got the skin smoothing filter. We got the big eye filter. We've got the contour filter dialed down to 20. Look at that pointy chin. You don't have a pointy chin, Chantal. Who is this person? We don't know her. This is the version of you that you wish were true. You wish for this version of Chantal. And you know what? If you worked hard, you might actually get her. But you got to put away the carbs. You can't be eating out of control. You can't let your eating problem get out of control no more. This is the you that you wish you were. But this is not the real you. This is the filtered you. This is the fantasy you. This is the you that you put on stage for performances. But this is not the you after the camera is turned off. Is it? No, it isn't. The real you, we saw her when you went on StreamYard. And you were on StreamYard for exactly 60 seconds and you turned off the camera because StreamYard doesn't have filters. The moment you saw your real self, you turned off StreamYard, and that's why you will not use it. Isn't that true? Now, you want the fantasy version, Chantal, the filtered version. You don't want to see your real self. So you talk about confidence, but let's be real. You are not confident about yourself. You're not confident about your weight. You're always trying to find ways to disguise who and what you really are. You're always trying to hide. People who are confident, they don't hide. They come right out and say, this is the real me, skin figure and all. You don't have confidence. You are embarrassed about the way you look. You put on bigger abayas, you put on the filters, you make sure not to film from certain angles because you're embarrassed. There's no confidence here. This is just you hiding and feeling confident as long as you're hiding. This is from Annie Pooh. Shout out to Boob Gravy. A 700 plus comments from her stock account. And we're wondering what she's doing all day that she's so busy doing. Wow, this is psychotic. So, yes, shout out to Boob Gravy. Uh, Halal Doll comment drop via Reddit. This was on her latest video. Looks like she hasn't touched the comments, but was going hard on her sock, defending herself. Reddit post indicates 704 comments, currently at 723. Wow. Chantal, hey, Chantal, listen. Can we talk? You have your main channel. You've got the Foodie Beauty channel. You've got the Salah and Chantal channel. You now also have an ASMR channel. You've got 3 channels. You should be busy making quality content for 3 channels. Yet here you are leaving 723 comments under your sock. You VIBs are wondering, why don't we get quality content? Why aren't we getting the quality content? Why are we getting content where it just feels like it's so rushed and I don't care? Well, this is why. Because she's all over YouTube under her socks, like posting stuff, versus taking a moment and making a quality video for any one of her channels. She's putting more thought and more time into commenting under her socks and praising herself than she does in making it to a video for y'all, the people that are actually helping her. Those of you on her channel that you give her views and you put money in her pocket, she's not spending as much time as on you as she is on herself. Got to spend all that time defending herself and, oh, I got to get my Twitter fingers out and just, like type. Ain't got no time for videos. I gotta praise myself. I've got to make it look like somebody's defending me. This is out of control, Chantal. Out of control, ma'am. 723 comments under your sock. When do you sleep? Big question. When do you sleep? Queen of WTF says the gift that keeps on giving. So this is the picture she put on her community post. And here she is praising herself. She's so stupid. Fernanda says, beautiful, Chantal. And here's her sock saying, thank you. Chantal, you're an idiot. You outed yourself by doing that. Why would you say thank you if you were not Chantal? Stupid moron. Oh my God. Mrs. Robinson says, my comment was deleted faster than a beanbag in a hurry. I know you're lurking here. You want to make more money. Go live on StreamYard. Claim you're a locale. Give us the show we want and make your money. StreamYard, quick. So yeah, go on StreamYard, Chantal. If you are confident about yourself, you are comfortable with your body, you're comfortable with your weight, go on StreamYard. I dare you. Do it. Come on, fire it up. Fire it up, mama. Let's see how you look without all those doggone filters. Come on, do it. I know you won't. You're way too comfortable with those filters. You don't want people to see the real you. You don't want people to see just how bad it's gotten with your health. You don't want people to see your true face and your true weight. No. Let's hide behind those filters. Fire up the StreamYard, though. I dare you. I double dog dare you. D. Angry Scott says Foodie Beauty is so happy and busy in her new life in Kuwait. She wouldn't possibly be continuing to hide as a sock supporter to defend herself in the comments. This is from No More Nashies. Here she is commenting to herself saying, just because I have supporters doesn't mean they are fake. Like, again, exposing yourself. You're talking like Chantal would talk. Chantal, you're not even trying to act like you're somebody else. Sometimes the jokes just write themselves, you know. Ghost Crab says, whatever Chantal says, the opposite is true. She converted to a religion that allows her to hide underneath a tent and chin spanks while her husband tells her to wear some normal clothes. She fears every woman and sees every man as potential male, insecure. You know, the shame of it all is there are women over in Kuwait, and I've seen them on her videos. They wear the abayas and they wear the hijabs, and they look elegant. They look well put together. They look very, very comfortable. Chantal, not so much. She doesn't look comfortable in her abaya or her hijab. The abayas become way too tight. They look like bodycon dresses. Chantal, if you are wearing the absolute biggest size abaya available, and it keeps getting tighter and tighter and tighter, and you're at the point where you're about to rip out of it, that's a clue that maybe you need to slow down with the eating. You're getting too big, ma'am. Even with an abaya on, if it's skin tight, how are you going to remain cool in Kuwait during the summer months? You're not going to like it at all. You might want to slow down with growing in the wrong direction. Florida Salt and Sass, LMAO, every doggone time she strokes her own ego with a sock account. People call her out and she gets all mad and tells on herself. Girl, keep it together long enough to switch accounts before you white knight for yourself. Oh, there she is praising herself. Wonderful mukbang. Thank you, Foodie Beauty. Oh, and her saying, just because I have supporters doesn't mean they're all fake. You know, two things you can always count on with Foodie. That she will always eat on camera, she'll always lie, and she'll always tell on herself. You can always count on those three things, Miss Chantal. That she is consistent on those three things. This is from Kristen. We're going back to Sam for a minute. Kristen says Salah leaves her alone in the fart box so much that she went and harassed Sam's new owner into giving her back. So, yeah, there's the community post that I read to you guys earlier. And I guess this is Sam's new owner, Tracy, saying, oh God, that is the best news I have heard in a while. He would be so happy with his real mommy. I know it would make you happier also. Sorry about BBJ, but like you said, there is nothing you can do about that situation. BBJ would be too old to make that flight anyways. Just pray that BBJ is in a safe place. Yay, can't wait. Do you know when this will happen? Tracy, if you are indeed the person that has Sam, please watch my intro again. Notice the pictures that I included. The pictures that I included in the intro were screenshots from the villa, from her live videos. Notice the conditions of the villa. The villa was filthy. The cats lived like that for months, living in fruit flies and mold and trash all over the floor. The place was filthy. The cat boxes weren't changed. The cats actually fought over food. If you have Sam, and if you are a foster, and if you can't keep Sam because you have to move, for the love of God, do not, under any circumstances, let Chantal have access to Sam. please. If you are the person that you received Sam after she left, you saw the condition that he was in, the matted fur to the point where he had to be shaved. He was in bad shape. And you took him in, you took care of him, you gave him a good home. Please, please find someone else to take care of Sam. Because Chantal does not have good intentions with Sam. She wants Sam back, not because she loves him, not because she misses him. She is desperate for views. She's looking to exploit that cat for views. Because she knows that there's a great lot of people in her audience that cared about BBJ and Sam. She went out and she got a hamster specifically to exploit the hamster for views because she came up with the idea of doing a live hamster cam. And she's not taken very good care of the hamster, by the way. He's in a better place with you. If he can't be with you, please find him another owner that will give him proper care. Because Chantal is in no place to take care of anything. She's not even taking care of herself. I know that there's an 85% chance that Chantal is doing this to troll people, to get people talking. But if there's even a 15% chance that this could be real, Tracy, if you see this video, do not let Chantal have access to Sam. Because it's not about love. It's about exploitation. She's just wanting to exploit anything and everything she can for money. She has sunk so low that she is down to exploiting starving cats on the street for money, for content, and exploiting the dead for content. That's how desperate she is. And should desperate people like this have access to animals? No, absolutely not. Please don't let it happen. So here's Foodie replying, saying, yes, true, Tracy. I am so happy. I am not sure, but hopefully within the next few months. And it doesn't make sense because you're going to be traveling in the next few months, Chantal. You have no idea where you're going to go. You have no idea what you're going to do. You can't stay in Kuwait. You're not a permanent resident. So why bring an animal into this? If they're happy and they're healthy and secure somewhere, why not leave them there? Go off and do what you want to do, but leave the animals out of it. You don't even know where the hamster is going to go. You've already got one pet. What about Howie the hamster? Where is he going to go? What's going to happen to him? So are you meaning to tell me that you're going to have yourself, Sala, and 2 pets and you're going to travel somewhere? The last time I checked, when you do take a flight somewhere, you can only bring 1 pet. 1. You can't bring multiple pets. You can only bring 1, and you stow the cage, the pet carrier beneath the seat. You can't have multiple pets. I just can't see you and Salah traveling, and he's got his luggage and a pet cage in one hand, and you've got your luggage and a pet cage in the other hand. You guys traveling like that. I just can't see it. Nope. Nope. Just can't see that working out. Oh, here's something pretty, a little palette cleanse. It's from Massimo. Dallin Hargrave has been a goldsmith and lapidary for over 35 years, transforming gemstones into works of art by hand engraving them. This is a 44.8 carat amethyst koi pond. Look at that. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. That would make an amazing, amazing pendant. There's so much beauty in that. I just want to show that to you. I really do. So that's everything from Twitter so far. Okay, going back over here. I know we're all over the place today. Sorry. But this is Chantal's body confidence post where she's basically poking at people to get mad at her and maybe come into her next live and give her hate super chats. This is one where she's saying, here's another, not ashamed of my fat body whatsoever. Does confidence make you mad? The funny thing about you saying that, Chantal, is that you claim to be confident, but you're mad all the time. you know, you're so full of confidence and so full of anger all at the same time. It's really quite strange. Monkey, I'm gonna go to the comments. Monkey D. Luffy says, "There's a reason you never see old people who are your size. It's not about confidence at this point. It's a self harm that people are finding appalling." True. Her content is self harm content. Let's just call it for what it is. Her getting on camera and eating the way that she does with the eating problem that she has, she's hurting herself and she expects to profit off of that. And should anybody be doing that? Absolutely not. Her health is getting worse and worse, and yet rather than fixing it, she's all about let's just keep making it worse. That way I can profit off of further hurt that might come as a result. Joanna Azar says, it's okay to be proud of how you look. It's not okay when your body is carrying all that extra weight and you're out of breath because your heart is working harder. Facts. Yeah, Foodie, you have said to us that you have a heart murmur, or I think it's an enlarged heart. So your heart is already stressed out, and yet you will not give it a break. You are not taking care of your health. You don't even know medically where you're at right now. FFJ says, keep posting pics of yourself and fishing for compliments. That'll show us how confident you are. Yeah, she just wants to hear nice things from people. She's looking for pats on the back. Brown Eyed Girl says, remember when you were a Canadian queen about to live an amazing life in Kuwait, leaving the rest of us so jealous? That aged well. Not quite. Not quite. Hey, it's D says, last night's newest episode of Catfish, William and Camilla showing a 500 plus pound woman who was able to send selfies that removed about 350 pounds. It's called Face App, but then you know all about it. I'm guessing you have the $30 a year pro package. If you're such a confident, proud woman, remove the apps and filters. Otherwise, you're actually ashamed. Yeah, I don't know what app she's using, but she's using at least one with high powered filters. We all know that. We've seen times when her filters would glitch and they're not working, and the difference is quite shocking. But I'm sure Chantal is all up on what are the best filters, what ones work the best for her, using all the contour filters, the big eye filters, the skin smoothing filters. I mean, she's got a bazillion filters working all at once. Anastasia says, Chantal, it's not about being ashamed or not. It's about being aware of your situation. You know you are abusing your body, and it seems you are fine with that. But are you aware that you are shortening your life to minimize your life quality? That is the point. I mean, it's a slow blank what you are doing. I guess it's your right. Enjoy then and be confident, but soon you'll be bedbound. It will probably not age much longer, but hey, it's your life, girl. Go for it. Her life is her choice. And when I look at Chantal anymore, she radiates this air of, I don't care. I give up. I quit. That's her energy right now. I give up. I don't care. I quit. She's absolutely given up on herself. She's given up on her life. She's given up on wanting to live life. She's given up on taking care of herself. She's just thrown her hands up in the air and saying, I quit. I quit. So sad because she could do so much with herself, but she quit the race a long time ago. She really did. B Bear says, if you're not ashamed at all, then why do you have all the filters? And who is mad? I've never seen one comment that says, I'm mad about the life Chantal has. No one is mad or jealous of you, period. No, nobody is. No one is jealous of Chantal. She keeps saying we're all jealous, but my question to her is, what exactly are we jealous of? She flew to another country. Anybody can do that. She's making money on YouTube. Well, anybody can do that too. What exactly does Chantal have that the rest of us, through hard work and dedication, could not also have? What is so exclusive and exquisite about her life that would prompt jealousy? Because I haven't seen anything. Chantal, I'm sitting here in my chair. I have my health. I am healthy. If I wanted to, I could walk outside this house and go walk for a couple of miles and come back. And that's something that you can't do right now. I could go take that walk and not be out of breath in 5 minutes. That's something that you can't claim. I live in a place where I could walk outside the front door. It's not locked. I have a pet who's healthy. I don't have to exploit people at a cemetery for views. I don't have to exploit starving cats for views. That's stuff that you're doing over there. So again, like, what about your life would prompt jealousy? There's nothing to be jealous of. Nothing at all. Miss Chris says, who's mad over your bad choices when you're the one who's miserable? It's entertaining to some and a cautionary tale to others. Forgiving those that have wronged you, admitting when you're wrong, and learning from your mistakes will take you far in life. This is something you don't seem to understand. So continue suffering and just take it on the chins like a big girl. Chantal is the walking, talking embodiment of the 7 deadly sins. And she's also proof of the old saying, money doesn't buy happiness. Because that's all she's got is money. And she doesn't even have a whole lot of it these days. She's absolutely miserable and just trying to convince herself that she's happy. Meanwhile, every day she's more and more miserable in every way. When are you going to understand, Foodie, that money doesn't buy happiness and it doesn't guarantee happiness? And your happiness is on borrowed time. Because the more you continue to lose money off of YouTube, the less money you can give Salah, and the less he's going to want to be around you. So there's that. It's Dee Dee's fault says, let's just see how long this lasts. It's nothing to be proud of that your body shuts down standing for 5 minutes, right? That would alarm me. To stand up for 5 minutes and then I have to sit down, that would be a wake-up call, but not for Foodie. Laurie says, it's not mad, it's sad. You are placing your blank addiction with food addiction. I thought you wanted to lose weight for your husband. Yeah, she's supposed to be over in Kuwait getting in shape. She wanted to get in shape for Salah because she wanted to go do things with him. But yet, I don't know what happened, but it just seemed like something else took over. She just threw up her hands and said, I quit. I give up. I'm not interested in improving myself. She just folded inward and said, I've already lost the race, so I'm not interested in winning for anything. Twister Sister says, thanks, Chantal, for taking the time to post from your very busy day, writing glorified comments from your many sock accounts to yourself on your 4 channels. Must be exhausting. I don't know how you have the time to constantly change your channel names too. Yes. So if y'all notice, she changed her channel name back to Foodie Beauty. So yesterday was Foodie Cutie. Now we're back to Foodie Beauty. Did you see my video, Chantal? Is that what happened? Where you saw that you took the name of a toy Maybe you're worried about copyright, so you went back to Foodie Beauty, or maybe you went back to Foodie Beauty because with all of your name changes, it makes people harder to find you. So you need all the views and subs you can get. So all that confusion would not be helping your channel. Like you're changing your handle, you're going under stock accounts to glorify yourself, but you're not changing the freaking content. The content is what matters. Oh, this guy must be a feeder. Nick L says, get bigger is what the audience wants. Hi, Nick. You must be a feeder. Because she does have the feeders on her channel, you know. This looks like one of them. So you got people in her audience that they don't want her to get bigger. They're not into that fetish. And then you got idiots like this that are. Hey, Nick, since you're so into the getting big thing, why don't you get bigger? Why don't you eat and get bigger? You know, fulfill your own fetish, moron. How about that? Instead of watching somebody else get big, why don't you make yourself big if that's what you want to do? If that's your thing, dude. Instead of watching somebody else get unhealthy, like, hey, make yourself unhealthy if that's your thing. Dry Girl says, being an addict is not something to be proud of. Please seek help. The resources are there. She could get help. She's not interested. She's not interested. She's too busy profiting off of her hurt. She's never going to seek help for her hurt. That's facts. We want prenup, says Chantal. Do not traumatize poor Sam and drag him all the way to Kuwait. He deserves better. RY says she can't afford to. Yeah, that's why I think this whole thing with Sam is a troll. It's just her emotionally poking at people and getting them upset for no reason, just because she needs the views so badly. I'm leaning in that direction. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that this whole thing with Sam is just a troll. She's just provoking people. You better not get your hands on Sam. That's all I'm going to say. Elmadi says, hi, Chantal. Where would you keep a litter box in your apartment? You don't keep a clean litter box, and your husband won't have a dirty litter box in his living space. You have to do a complete litter box change every 2 days at least to keep halal. Are you worried Sam will hurt Harry, or is Harry already gone? The trip there will be torture for Sam. I know you don't care because you only ever think of yourself. Are you using may go home to get him as an escape route? I wouldn't blame you. You hate it there and the heat is too much and you're miserable. Look, if Chantal wants to go home, she can go home. She can go home and be alone in Canada without even dealing with the cats. There's no need to bring the cats into it. You want to go home to Canada, Chantal, go home. By all means, go home. It just seems like there's not much you can do in Kuwait anyway. You might as well just go home and do what you can do to make better content for your channel. But leave the cats out of it. You don't need the cats for content. You don't need the hamster for content. Desi says, I thought you didn't want to have the cats in Kuwait because you wanted to travel and that Sam needs windows. Yeah, if she's miserable in that little box, imagine herself and a cat. Cat won't be happy. Jessica says, we see the amounts of food you eat and what you eat. Don't say you don't have a food problem. You're at least 500 pounds almost. You should be 115, 130 max for your height. You didn't get that huge without a food problem and utter laziness. Well, Chantal just found a way to take her problem and make it profitable. And unfortunately, there are people on YouTube that they're all into that sort of fetish and they back her up. There are people in her audience that don't want her to do it, but then there are people that do. And those people that do, I'm just going to say it. Those fetish guys, they pay well. You know, they're sending her money on PayPal. And she's doing custom stuff behind the scenes. She's getting her walking around money that way. So she's very concerned about the more profitable part of her audience, and she's traded her health for profit to the point where she has almost no health left. All right, guys, we're like at an hour right now for this react, so I'm going to cut it off here. Chantal, the level of desperation that you're going through right now is incredible. You're over there scrambling to find anything to make money. You know, grabbing at different communities, the ASMR community, the community where people explore creepy places, the mukbang community, the feeder community. You're just trying to grab at anything to get attention. And now you're talking about your former pets after having barely mentioned them in all the time that you've been in Kuwait. Just trying to find anything to make money. See, that's the problem with you. You're always playing the short game. You never play the long game, do you? You never plan ahead. You always live in the moment. You've always got your head in that space of, I want to make money within the next few minutes versus putting something out there where you can make money forever. So let's just poke at people and get a temporary response that might mean an uptick in views and an uptick in subs. And that's all that matters to you, is just like living in the moment. See, that mindset of living in the moment, poking at people, provoking people, that's what's turning people away from your channel, because everybody's hip to your game. They know your tactics and they're not falling for it. Like, we know you and you did that to yourself. You completely did that to yourself. So I pray that Chantal does not get Sam. I don't think she will, because it's a long process to get a cat from one location to another location. There's a lot of hoops she got to jump through. But if Chantal has any plans to get her hands on Sam, it's not because she loves him, in my opinion. It's because she's just looking for a way to get people to watch her again, because nobody's interested in the new content. It's stale, it's boring, it's lacking originality. She knows that, and yet she won't fix it. She won't do the one thing she needs to do to turn things around. So we'll see what happens from here. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this react video. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you so much for being here, and please have a good one. Bye-bye.